What's up, YouTube? We've got another yo-yo review to do today. This is the Durendal from Zero Gravity Return Tops. So, Durendal, legendary sword, one of the four swords of power. It was the sword of Roland, who was the paladin in charge of Charlemagne's army. Depending on how you want to, Charlemagne of France also had one of the holy swords of power. The other one being, and then there was one, Excalibur, was King Arthur's sword, a sword of power or holy sword or something. And I can't remember the fourth one, but Durendal, probably the second most popular behind King Arthur's sword. All this myth fantasy stuff is just sort of up my alley, and I do enjoy it. But this yo-yo is named after the Durendal. So hopefully they get a Swords of Power set together for Zero Gravity. I don't know if... It seems like Excalibur's probably already a yo-yo, but, you know, maybe you call it the Excalibur instead of just Excalibur, or one way or the other. Anyway, you know, they do that with movies all the time. But this is the Durendal, the Sword of Roland, and the yo-yo of Roland. Nice little engraving there, too. Check that out. Sweet. Anyway, let's get into the specs. 62.7 grams with a 44 millimeter width, 53.4 millimeters in diameter, a 4.5 millimeter gap, aluminum body, stainless steel rings, because it is a bimetal, a C-size bearing, and it says it's a V bearing. I haven't actually looked at what the bearing looks like, but it's a V bearing, allegedly. So I'm sure we'll look at that. So I've had this, I've been playing with it for a while, and apologies, like I got it and then I got busy, so my bad. This is out though, you can buy it now. It's sold out on Zero Gravity's site, but Yo-Yo Sam has plenty in stock. I'll put a link in the description. I do believe he said that they're also going to be at Yo-Yo Expert and overseas, maybe Yo-Yo Workshop or whatever the one in Japan is. So yeah, these are in stock in stores. You can buy them right now for the low bimetal price of $84. This is worth every penny of $84 because it is a killer bimetal. It's a little less wide. It's a little more kind of harken back to 2016 sort of widths and shapes, but the weight is perfect. 62 grams for a bimetal is just mwah! I love it. As you can see, here it is next to the Ouroboros. A not as big yo-yo, but still full size, full competition size, and I would say this is probably their most, Zero Gravity, sort of their most straightforward competition-esque yo-yo. They kind of tend to think out of the box a lot of times with their yo-yo shapes. Not to say that you couldn't compete with like the Basilisk or whatever, because those are fantastic playing yo-yos, but this is a little more straightforward, a little more of a straightforward W shape, and I believe the idea behind this was sort of, there's a little gap in here, and when I take it apart, I'll show you. It'll be, it's meant to sort of keep the string drag away from the outside. Nate did a better job showing this than I'm going to be able to show, but for more horizontal play, it's going to keep the string from dragging in the gap as much, just with that little lip in there, and it really does a nice job of doing that. So if you do a lot of like horizontal stuff and you're looking for a yo-yo to kind of help facilitate, you know, maybe a little bit less string drag, this is probably your yo-yo. It's pretty sweet, but let's go ahead and throw it around a little bit. I'll show you guys what it can do in my feeble hands, and we'll then open it up and do pros and cons. All right, the Durendal from Zero Gravity Return Tops. So this came in an awesome green and black. And I had to have the green and black one. And then I realized I was also wearing a black shirt. And so we'll see how this looks. Spins about as long as you'd expect a bimetal to spin. It just goes. The response is, I don't want to say it's slippy. You can definitely tell that it's not dragging at all. So like, if you need snappier tricks, you're gonna need a little bit of a thicker string to kind of get a little snappier bind. But that might kind of defeat part of the purpose of the yo-yo. Wrap tricks and stuff, no problem. You get no drag at all. and sort of eternal spin, and it just holds the plane. Whatever plane you throw it on, it don't tilt. It just holds it. Really good size. Also, regens are beautiful with it. Like, it's really like, once you get the right size string on it, you're just like, regens are great. Grind finish is very good. Nice and smooth. Even with that bimetal design, very smooth. The metal does go to the inside here. There is a little metal ring on the inside. So this is going to feel gross, but I'm going to do it for you guys. Yeah. Now, so thumb grind's not super doable. Finger spins, plenty doable. If I could hit the bind. Second time's a charm, right? Oh yeah. Finger spins are plenty doable. And, you know, it's a good size for like chopsticks and really intricate type tricks. Like if you're gonna do, you know, bounce around in the string and, you know, intricate little things. Very doable there. Great lightweight. Feels really light. Very nimble on the string. And absolutely, you know, it's straightforward. So, like, you know, do you have a yo-yo like this? Have you played a yo-yo like this? Yes, maybe. But at $85 and with these colors and as cool as zero gravity is, this might be something you want to pick up. So, anyway, let's go ahead and we'll take it apart and we'll do pros and cons. A snag there at the end, and everybody noticed that? Anyway, we're back with the Durendal. Let's go ahead and take it apart. I don't know that I've taken this apart yet. Okay. So, as we can see here, and this is what I was talking about earlier, see that big kind of cut in? That really cuts down the drag from the yo-yo there. And it does round over ever so slightly before getting to the white pad here. You have one of those, what are these? Are these titanium, not stainless steel? Anyway, these little black axles. Perfectly good. Here is the, so this is a V bearing. Just looks like a concave to me. Concave bearing. Open, so there's no, you know, kind of ringy. But that's the bearing it comes with. If anything, I would say this isn't my favorite bearing. As far as cons are concerned, this is not my favorite bearing, but that's an easy enough fix. You just pull the bearing, put a different bearing in. The pads are good. White pads are not my favorite pads either, but again, easy fix. If you want to set this up your way, or my way. If I was to use this competitively, which is not a thing I do anyway, I would definitely put some not white pads, literally any other color, but these ones are fine. They're very acceptable. And probably if you're doing like a lot of horror, you don't want something as snaggy as maybe I would want. Like I said, bearing's fine, very acceptable. It spins. You know, what else do you need? The thing that I like about it is how, and look, the construction's very nice. Like it goes together real good. But that's all zero gravity stuff. So if we look here, we got the engraving here. I am a fan of engravings. I know everybody isn't. I am a fan of engravings, especially little subtle ones like this. This is just, it looks really good. I love this. I really do. The little sword and a shield there, and it says Durendal. I love this. I think the engraving is cool. And I think the bimetal rings are done very, very well. I'm a big fan of doing them like this. It looks like there's actually 2 rings, and I might be wrong here, but it looks like, no, there's just 1 ring. This is aluminum on the inside. So the ring clips onto the outside, and the rest of this is aluminum. It is blasted throughout. The blast is very, very nice. Kind of a standard traditional W shape. Great for competition. This is a very competition-focused yo-yo, but it's fun too. I think the shape is really good, and the size particularly is really good. Great yo-yo to carry around. It's not too big, but it's not like so small that like it's just gonna fit in your pocket. I have a small yo-yo coming up, so there'll be another review of a of a small yo-yo coming very, very soon. But yeah, can't really say. Like I said, my only cons would be not my favorite bearing and not my favorite pads, but that's, you know, that's personal preference and easily remediable. As far as everything else is concerned, this is a great bimetal with a really cool, like, sort of drag reduction groove in there, and otherwise, you know, just cool. Cool overall, especially because we're getting into fantasy nerd geek stuff, which I also like, if you can't tell by just looking at what's going around here in the office. Lots of great colorways. There's even a black and gold, but this green and black really caught my eye. There's an all black, there's some splashes, and they're all 85 bucks, or 84 bucks, actually. So links are down in the description, go pick them up. Really fun, out now, so go check them out. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.